Here's my argument for Eli Manning. I mean, if we start going down the list, I think the Hall of Fame committee is they're pretty good at what they do. I think that they did get it pretty right, and I see why they didn't let Eli in. I saw a popular argument was that Kurt Warner had to wait, and Kurt Warner also won. I think he won 2 Super Bowls. I think he was also he wasn't a 2-time Super Bowl MVP though, and that's my big argument.
Yeah, but also he beat Brady twice.
Let me read the list. Let me read the list of quarterbacks that have won Super Bowl MVPs multiple times. It's Joe Montana, Patrick Mahomes, Tom Brady, Bart Starr, Terry Bradshaw, and Eli Manning. Eli Manning's the only quarterback that wasn't a first ballot Hall of Famer. Eli Manning also holds the record for the most pass yards in a single season.
What if I told you
that doesn't mean anything?
What if I told you Eli Manning has a losing overall record?
Don't care.
I mean, I'm just
the list. Out there. This list,
and I'm a big.
That's the most elite. That's the most elite list you can be on in football. Multiple time Super Bowl MVP, Joe Montana, Patrick Mahomes, Tom Brady, Bart Starr, Terry Bradshaw, Eli Manning.
I heard something that I kind of agree with, and somebody said that Eli Manning had Hall of Fame moments, but he didn't have a Hall of Fame career.
Damn, that goes hard.
That's just not true either. He's the 10th all-time leader in passing yards. He's the 11th all-time leader in passing touchdowns. Maybe 11th in the other, 10th in the other. He's a top 10 quarterback in terms of compilation stats as well. So I disagree.
My only issue with that is we're forgetting the one thing that matters in football. Regardless of stats, it's the wins. And I think if he had
2 Super Bowls, that's winning, dude. That's crazy to me.
That's a moment.
That's a moment.
It's a moment.
Well, we're talking about careers.
Getting
to
the mountaintop.
Have an automatic bypass to become a Hall of Famer because he
didn't do it twice. He didn't do it twice. And Nick Foles and Eli Manning don't belong anywhere near the same sentence. That's blasphemy.
But they're both Super Bowl MVPs.
The point is
Eli Manning is top 10 in every quarterback compilation stat, yards and touchdowns.
You can't use only the argument of he's won 2 Super Bowls and not compare it to other quarterbacks who have done it at least once even.
He did it.
It's twice, a compilation of your entire career. Like you can't just take a couple of little nitpicks.
If Eli Manning,
you can't say he had 2 good seasons in his. You can't say he had 2 amazing seasons.
He
didn't
only have 2 good seasons. He's
have
top 10 in pass yards and he's top 10. Bro, what do you mean? You think he was just going out there jerking off every other year?
I have a good comparison for y'all. Eli Manning versus John Elway.
Give us the stats.
Eli Manning, 366 touchdowns, 244 interceptions. John Elway, 300 touchdowns, 226 interceptions. Eli has an 84.1 of a passer rating. Elway, 79.9. Completion percentage of 60.3%. They both have 2 Super Bowl rings.
Different era.
Wait, do you even make it?
John Elway was the late 90s.
John Elway is considered one of the greats.
Well, let me dial it.
20 years.
Let me dial this in a little bit for you guys.
Eli Manning was hated during his career, and they're still hating on him now. This ain't new for Eli.
No,
fans.
bro. If I told you that a first ballot Hall of Fame QB went to the playoffs 6 times out of 16 years, what would you say? Because he went to the playoffs. He missed the playoffs 10 times in a 16-year career.
Which is crazy.
And you're going to tell me he's automatic first ballot? Like, he's a Hall of Famer, but I'm saying...
Look at the Giants. Look at the Giants now. Do you ever consider that Eli Manning was carrying the Giants? And that the only reason they were even sniffing relevancy was because Eli Manning was just that good? And if you just happen to kind of put it together, Eli Manning in December and January, you ain't beating him. That motherfucker would cook. Excuse my French.
The only reason I'm even okay with you like having that conversation is because it was Brady. That's the only reason.
It has zero to do with being Brady.
Yes, it
does.
because
it has everything to do. Because
in your mind,
the biggest case to why he is a first ballot Hall of Famer is because of those MVPs and because of the one game against specifically the 2008 Patriots. That's the
I-
reason why.
I don't even have to go into the fact that Eli Manning took down 18-0 Tom Brady on the biggest stage. I don't even need to bring that up, and he's already a first ballot Hall of Famer. The list of 2-time or more Super Bowl MVPs is all the Hall of Fame committee should have looked at.
I think there's an argument for it, Chuck. I think there is.
The
think there
two-time Super Bowl MVP, he did it twice in like 5 years apart. You can't say that he caught lightning in a bottle and was just, oh, he got hot. He did it 2 separate times, and he carried wild card teams to the fucking Super Bowl. If you try to tell me it was defense, you weren't watching those games. You can go look up the advanced defensive stats. You can go look up all that BS. Those defenses get overrated. Eli Manning doesn't get nearly enough credit for those 2 runs. Most other quarterbacks that go on 2 runs like that, look me in my eyes, tell me Kurt Warner wasn't bang average some years. And I love Kurt Warner. He's one of my favorite quarterbacks ever. Eli Manning and Kurt Warner, sometimes, yeah, you turn on the television, they're getting their ass whipped by Manning or Brady. They're down 28. You don't even watch their games half the time. It's
Chuck,
about
make a compelling
moments.
argument.
It's about these moments. You tell me, oh, he just had Hall of Fame moments. That's all there is, guys.